Welcome to another episode of HTEC Today. I'm Sava Marinkovich, and today we have Darko Tadorovic, the CTO of HTEC, and probably a person who has seen more about technology, engineering, and delivery across many industries than most people that are in the space today. And the subject is going to be inference, and inference as it relates to generative AI models and LLMs and the buzz around the industry. So today, people think about the cost of training models, of course, and that becomes the buzzword. There's hundreds of millions being put into training a model and constantly spent in terms of getting more and more information, more and more data, more and more approaches of this. But there's a counterpoint to this, which is inference. And today we're going to talk with Darko about inference. Why is it important? What's the nuance of this, and what do executives and technology leaders need to know when it comes to inference and where the industry is actually shaping? Darko, thanks for joining today, and really looking for your insights and perspective on this. And so to kick off, people talked about training. People talked about these models. They spend lots of money on training, but inference is something that is just coming out now. Why is inference important? What actually is it? And why should we pay attention to it as technology leaders?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Well, inference is actually what creates value to the end customer. So when we train the model, we train it for a specific purpose. And this has been the case for the last 20, 30 years. It accelerated a lot with the LLMs. From 2017, we had a lot of training being done on a huge amount of data, so that the amount of the power that you need to have and the compute power and actual electrical power that you need to have to do the training has become enormous. What is interesting is that once you train the model, you can use it as many times as you want. But inference, and this is called basically inference, end customer, when end customer uses ChatGPT, for example, because this is the first model that actually opened the floodgate for all of the AI that we have in our lives today, is actually when you send a token or you send a query to ChatGPT, it's using the model that is already trained to give you the appropriate answer. So that was a little bit simpler in 2022. Today, you have reasoning models that are spending a lot more cycles, and then they spend a lot more power. So today, you have a great demand for the compute power that is coming from millions and millions of users.